You feel tired, but it's not because your body is weak. It's because your mind is completely overloaded. Does this sound familiar? You wake up, and you're already exhausted. The first thing you do is reach for your phone. You start scrolling, thinking, comparing. Even when you try to rest, your mind just won't give you any peace. We call this burnout, but a samurai would call it something else entirely. Let's talk about Miyamoto Musashi, considered by many to be the greatest swordsman in the history of Japan. He believed that this deep, persistent fatigue we feel isn't physical at all. It comes from living a life without inner balance. Think about his life for a moment. Musashi fought in more than 60 life-or-death duels. He trained his body and his mind relentlessly, every single day. He walked incredible distances between towns, often living in solitude. By all modern definitions, he should have been the poster child for burnout. Yet, he never was. Why? The secret was his clarity. Musashi lived with an unshakable sense of purpose that was entirely his own. He didn't fight to impress others or to gain their approval. He never wasted a single drop of energy comparing himself to other swordsmen. All of his immense energy came from one simple source, walking his own path. This is a crucial lesson. You start to lose your energy, your vitality, the moment you begin living for someone else's goals. When you chase likes, when you crave validation from others, when you try to live up to expectations that were never yours to begin with, you are creating leaks in your own reservoir of strength. Every single distraction, every notification, every moment spent worrying about what others think, it's a small crack in your inner fortitude. Musashi embraced a life of profound simplicity. He had almost nothing in terms of material possessions, no luxury, no excess. He lived by a powerful code: if something has no purpose, it has no place in your life. Just imagine applying that to your own life. Less noise means more power. The exhaustion you feel is a direct result of mental clutter, too many thoughts swirling around, too many obligations you feel you have to meet. It's like having hundreds of open tabs in the browser of your mind, all draining your processing power. True, lasting energy appears when you have the courage to remove what doesn't matter. You simplify. You focus. Musashi's discipline was legendary, but not in the way we often think of it. He never waited for motivation to strike. He didn't check to see if he felt like training. He trained in the pouring rain. He trained in the freezing cold. He trained even when his body ached with exhaustion. For him, discipline wasn't a struggle or an effort. It was rhythm. It was as natural and necessary as breathing, as instinctive as walking. You feel tired because you've made your actions dependent on your mood. I'll go to the gym if I feel motivated. I'll work on my project when I feel inspired. This is a trap. True strength, the kind that Musashi embodied, comes when your actions become a part of your identity. You don't force yourself to do it. You simply are the person who does it. The action is an extension of who you are. Consider the story of Musashi's most famous duel against Sasaki Kojo. His opponent was a master strategist, renowned for his long sword and his perfect technique. He prepared meticulously for the duel. Musashi, on the other hand, reportedly overslept. He arrived late, looking disheveled, carrying nothing but a simple wooden sword he had carved from men or on the boat ride over. Everyone thought he was being arrogant or foolish. The fight itself lasted only seconds. Musashi won, not because he had a better weapon or a grander strategy, but because he was completely unattached to the result. His focus wasn't on winning or losing. It was on pure mastery. It was on being absolutely present in that one critical moment. This attachment to outcomes is what drains us. We worry so much about the future, about success or failure, that we sap all the energy from the present. Focus restores that energy. Detachment from the outcome allows you to pour everything you have into the process. Musashi understood that true power comes from a place of inner silence. Between his intense battles and his grueling training, he cultivated stillness. He practiced meditation. He was a skilled ink painter and calligrapher. He even wrote poetry. There was constant Powerful movement on the outside, but complete, unshakable stillness on the inside. This is the balance we've lost. Your mind never rests. Even when your body stops and you're lying on the couch, your brain is running a marathon of worries, plans, and replays. That is why you feel so profoundly tired. The secret is to reverse the formula. When your body is in motion, whether you're walking, working, or training, and your mind remains quiet and focused, your energy becomes almost endless. You tap into a source of power that doesn't deplete. In the final years of his life, Musashi retreated to a cave. He lived alone, reflecting on his journey. It was there that he wrote his masterpiece, the Book of Five Rings, a text on strategy, philosophy, and the martial arts. And within its pages, one truth stands above all others: energy does not come from comfort. It does not come from rest in the way we think of it. It comes from alignment. When your actions, your core values, and your ultimate goals all point in the same direction, you stop leaking energy. You plug the cracks. The fog of exhaustion is replaced by the bright light of clarity. Burnout is replaced by a deep sense of purpose. Maybe you don't need more rest. Maybe you need more meaning. So, how can you start? Begin by removing what is unnecessary from your life, just as Musashi did. Look at your commitments, your possessions, your digital habits. If it doesn't serve a real purpose, let it go. Next, create rhythm, not motivation. Build small, consistent habits that you perform regardless of your mood. Make action a part of your identity. And most importantly, walk your own path. Stop living for the approval and expectations of others. Your energy is your own. Guard it fiercely, align it with what truly matters to you, and you will find a strength you never knew you had. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights on living a stronger, more focused life.